My name's Josh Gilliam. I'm the founding owner of COLETTI. One thing that I've noticed lately is on the internet there's all these unboxing videos. They seem to be all the rage. I don't quite get it, but I thought, hey, why not show off the COLETTI Bozeman? And so what I'd like to do is I'd like to unbox the 9-cup COLETTI Bozeman camping coffee percolator for you. So when you get this thing in the mail, it's going to be in a pretty substantial box. You're going to notice it's on brand and it's just weighty. We put a lot of just effort and investment into making sure that we had the best paper. I mean, not a big deal, right? But a double flute, really it's a double walled cardboard box so that when you get your percolator, it's not going to be damaged. Okay, let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. You see you got COLETTI branded, engineered for the outdoors here. Now when you take it out, the first thing you'll probably notice is that it's finish. The gloss is pretty spectacular. I'm looking at myself right now. I could probably shave right now. Not that you should shave while camping, but your wife could potentially do her makeup. So I have 6 daughters, so I know this is a thing. Bottom line is it's a good shine on the pot. Okay, second thing you'll probably notice is the rosewood handle. When I was growing up, I had a buck knife. I don't know if you guys remember the old buck knives. The handle has the look and feel of the old buck knife with the solid, smooth finish and the rivets. I think you'll like it. All right, next thing I'd say is that what do I want to highlight now? So the steel. The Bozeman is made of 18-8 stainless steel. Really what that means is you have 18% chromium and 8% nickel. Now just a quick explanation of steel. Steel is made from a number of different metal elements. You have titanium, you have copper, you have aluminum, you have other elements like carbon and nitrogen. But really what steel is made out of is iron. The problem with iron is that it rusts really easy. So what we do in order to make steel stainless is we just substitute, in this case, 18% chromium and 8% nickel for the iron, and it makes the steel stainless. Now, and I realize I probably just nerded out right there on steel composition. Bottom line is your Bozeman's not going to rust. You can leave this thing out on the picnic table overnight. It rains, no issues, it's not going to rust. You can drop it in the river, the lake, no issues, it's not going to rust. You can put it in a cooler and let the ice melt around the cooler. Maybe you're making iced coffee or something in like your Yeti or maybe a Coleman if the ice is melting. It's not going to rust. The one caveat I would add is if you drop it in the ocean and it gets salt water on it, you need to dry it off immediately. There's no stainless steel product out there that does well that I know of with salt water, so just dry that thing off. Okay, let's open it up. If you take the brew basket assembly out, know that is 18-8 stainless steel as well. All our parts are either wood, solid wood, or steel or glass, just no aluminum or plastic. There's some competitors that try to cut corners by making this just less than 18-8. Anyway, it's the same steel as this. We have the glass globe. It is heat tempered solid piece of glass. I would admit that in previous versions, we didn't do as well with this piece. And so we had a number of customers that were complaining of breakage. And so we just found the best tempered glass supplier in the market, and we're now using them to produce this glass. It is not plastic like some of the other percolators as well. Anyway, take that thing, just screw it right onto the top. Easy day. Screws on, and then of course it doesn't come off. Other thing you notice about the top of the percolator is it has this little hole right here. It's a pressure release valve. Of course, when the water heats up, it is going to cause pressure. If you don't have a valve there to release the pressure, what happens is it begins to rattle the pot as it's trying to release. So anyway, not a big deal, but we've solved for that. Okay, let's take a look at the bottom of the percolator now. You should be able to see COLETTI written there. Maybe not from this distance, but if it doesn't say COLETTI, it's not ours, bottom line. You'll also see a slight recess to the percolator bottom. So a couple years ago, we had 2 customers that received a slightly convex bottom. And what happened is they were using it to just make coffee at home on their stovetop, and it was walking on the stovetop, and it potentially could have walked off onto the floor. And so that was a big deal. We were great to receive the feedback. We went back to our design team, re-engineered the pot, remade the molds, and this is a brand new bottom. We've solved for that issue. You don't have to worry about it when you're using your Bozeman at home. So the recess is a good feature. Okay, we have coming with the percolator a pack of 20, kind of a sample pack of percolator filters. You can get on Amazon the 100 pack if you like them. You don't need the percolators for operation, but what it does is it prevents the finely ground grinds from falling through the brew basket into your pot. It's not a big deal. Most people enjoy the fine grounds falling through, but anyway, you have the filters there if you'd like to use them. On the note of grind, recommend a medium to coarse grind. Don't use an espresso grind for making percolated coffee. Not recommended. Okay, the last thing you have in the box are the instructions, and I won't bother pulling those out. But the instructions are front and back, color. They'll have a YouTube video reference on there as well that you can go and you can watch Katie and I kind of teaching you in length how to make percolated coffee. But what I want to do really quickly is just you walk you through the basic concept. Okay, so the first thing you do is you take the brew basket and you're going to add coffee to it. Inside the brew basket, you're going to find a little silica packet. It's not salt for your coffee, so don't eat it. I've pre-ground some coffee. And before I put it in, though, I'm going to put one of our percolator filters. This comes out, sets right down through there. It'll look something like that. Add the coffee. Now, people are always asking, how much coffee do you add? There's a huge variance of what works, and so I don't want to try to dictate and make you stress over measuring and weighing coffee. We're camping. Don't worry about any of that stuff. I would say that a general rule of thumb is one a tablespoon for every finished cup of coffee, but just adjust to taste. There really is a variance that works for people. All right, once you have the coffee, you're going to want to fill the pot full of water. Now, fill it about 3/4 the way. The general rule is you don't want to fill it so much that when you put the brew basket in, that the basket and the coffee are sitting in the water. That's the idea. And so I say about 3/4 the way. You can figure it out. Make sure to put the lid on there. That kind of keeps it all in, and when it's starting to boil vigorously, let the grounds don't escape and kind of go into the pot. All right, now you just set it on heat. That's it. I've got a fire here made. I'll probably stoke it up a bit, but all I do is put it right there on the fire, and it's going to start to cook. Now, I'm asked a lot as well, how long does it take it to make coffee? Well, it depends on how hot your fire is. It really does. And so what I'd say is once the water boils, because that's all that's happening, you're boiling water. It's the same question. How long does it take water to boil? It's going to, through convection, be forced up the stem and then distribute out across the top of the coffee and then back into the pot. And so you don't want to boil it so long once it starts to perk that you're recycling the water multiple times across the grounds. Over time, that'll start to extract bitterness. You don't want that. What I prefer is anywhere from 2 to 4 minutes of perking. And the coffee's perking once you see the coffee start to splash up into the percolator window. Just got smoke in my eyes. And so once that starts to perk, I'd say 2 to 4 minutes, and you got coffee that's ready to serve. Okay, we'll be right back once it's ready. All right, we're back. Our coffee is perking and it's about ready to go. Now, even though there's a wooden handle, it still gets hot. Okay, so if you're tougher than I am, go ahead and just take it off the fire. But I'm gonna use a hat. You see, our coffee is perking. Right there, you got the coffee up inside the window, and you can serve immediately. Recommend that you serve the first cup to your wife. Would you drink with me? This is my wife, Katie. She doesn't talk. At least not to you. All right, cheers. It's good, it's good. All right. Hey, if you like the Bozeman, go to Amazon, just search for camping percolator and check us out. God bless you.